Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are here for the midday live. Big up to everybody who's waiting around. Big up to you lot. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We've got Lee Gunner in the building. We've got LB in the building. What are you saying, lads? What are you telling me?
Put your hands up if you're a 3-point collector.
What are UCL for Arsenal, Lee? What are UCL for Arsenal, bro?
That draw's rigged, by the way. I knew you'd get Copenhagen.
Bro, come on, man.
Wait a second. Why is the two Arsenal fans texting me saying, you got an easy... You got Porto, man. Let's not pretend like you got like a Napoli here or Inter Milan. Like, Porto is an easy draw for Arsenal football. I fully expect you to dust those guys.
Porto are a good team, man.
Oh, come on. Copenhagen drew 2-2 Galatasaray and went 0-0 at Bayern Munich away at the Allianz Arena. Come on, man.
Mate, Porto, listen.
No, I'm not having this, Lee. I'm not having this. Come on.
Points off the top last season.
No way, bro.
We lost to the fourth place team, Sporting Lisbon. So, you know, I'm not taking anything for granted, mate.
No, I agree you shouldn't take anything for granted. But I'm not having Arsenal fans coming here saying City have got a well-easy draw, pretending like they've got some mad draw and they've got Porto. All Porto done is beat Shakhtar Donetsk at Royal Antwerp in the group stages. In Copenhagen went to Allianz Arena and got a 0-0. I went to Galatasaray, one of the most difficult places to go in Europe, and got a 2-2 draw. So come on, man. Let's not do this, Lee.
Well, then again, after the fact got all the 2-0 lead at the Etihad, to Palace, so I'm not surprised.
What is this attack, man? What is this?
Hold that.
4 minutes in.
I'm with you, Lee. Hold that.
Coming for me already. 4 minutes into the stream, man. He's not even done the pleasantries yet. Come on.
Nah, man. Big up everyone here, man. Big up everyone. We got Rums here as well. Big up to Rums in the building. You know what I'm saying to you? We're here, man. Big up to you, Rums. Hope you're well, my bro. And yeah, man. You know what? Let's dissect that draw. Obviously, we've just seen the draw reaction. Quick reaction to the draw. Arsenal. I mean, Porto. They got Pepe at the back, man. So Jesus is gonna be absolutely getting done over, man. But they've got good players. Evanilson. They've got Taremi. They've got a couple of players in midfield. What's the guy they bought from Argentina? I think they bought from Boca Juniors. He's in there. Varela, I think he's called. But Arsenal should do the job, man. It's not the old Porto team. But you know what, Lee? Yeah? They beat Real Madrid in the past. They get to around quarterfinals, don't they? And then they drop off. But they're not. It's not going to be as easy as people think it is. What do you think, Lee?
No, I agree. Mate, listen, to sit there and think that this is going to be easy. And I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans doing this. Oh, that's a great draw. What a draw. Oh, fantastic. We're already in the next round. Yeah, good one. Let's just not forget that your manager that you're all on your knees for, couldn't beat Sporting Lisbon, couldn't beat Villarreal, couldn't beat Olympiacos, lost to Lens this season, lost to PSV last season. Yeah? So let's not all get giddy that we got Porto. How about shut up and wait? How about that? Yeah, because they got way too ahead of themselves, this fan base, mate. Yeah, way too ahead of themselves. No, we got Porto. Oh, yay. Yeah, if Porto actually beat Sporting tonight, they're top of the league again. You know what I'm saying? Like, this like never learn, man. They never learn when to shut up. Yeah, and then if we get knocked out, if we do get knocked out, listen, I think we've got a chance to beat them. Of course we have. But if we do get knocked out, they'll say, oh, well, it don't matter. It was our first time back in it. Here, let's don't get in it again. How about no? How about keep it zip? Yeah, it's an easier draw than maybe some Inter Milan team, for example. Yeah. However, they're a good team. Yeah, and we've got no European pedigree whatsoever. So, and especially under this manager. Yeah, this manager's embarrassed us 3 years out of 4. So let's see, innit? Let's see what they're saying if we do lose.
Facts, 100%. And then Man City get Copenhagen. Listen, to be fair, one thing I want to give Man City fans a little bit is that they did have a hard draw going into it last year. Who did you get? You had Bayern Munich in there. You had
Real Madrid, Inter Milan.
Yeah. To be fair, so I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. But even though this is still should be a walkover with Copenhagen, man. It should be.
Can we just, guys? If you top your group, this is generally what happens. It's not a surprise that City have got an easier draw. People don't understand. This has been the Champions League format for what, 20-odd years, 30-odd years? I don't know.
LB, people are overdoing it. Normally, if you talk, that's why people saying City got easy drawing that. This is what normally happens. We get Porto all the time. Last 16, it gets harder from the quarters.
Yeah.
People just forget this is how the draw works. But yeah, listen, I'm pretty happy with Copenhagen. Obviously, one of the weaker teams in the draw that we could have got. And for us, it's important that we box it off. Hopefully, in the first leg, because the second leg we've got Liverpool away, Brighton away, and I think Chelsea at home. So you don't really want to be coming into that second leg having to play your full team, having to full send it. That second leg is obviously, as with Arsenal, is at the Etihad, and it's for them because obviously you play home in the second round. So yeah, I'm not really that worried about it, but we just need the only thing I would say really is, can we get it boxed? I think we beat them 5-0 last year. So hopefully we can get that boxed off away.
Can you beat them 7-0? Yeah, exactly. Other groups, yeah.
So there's two fixtures I want to speak about. And Lee would know because he watches a lot of La Liga as well. That's the league I watch the most after Prem. And there's this narrative in the last 20 minutes that Inter and Atletico, two defensive teams. Not this season. Simeone's actually is not reverted to type. Simeone's Atletico are playing a very open and expansive football. They've got a player called Riquelme that was at Bournemouth, right? It was on loan at Bournemouth a couple of seasons ago, but I don't really think the manager at the time gave him a chance. He is a baller. He's an absolute baller. And Atletico Madrid this year isn't your typical defensive partner, but no, they're going at it. So that fixture not going to be a boring two defensive teams. Inter might be a bit more defensive, but I even think this season they're a bit more open and expansive. And that Napoli-Barca game, both of their domestic form is poor. But in the Champions League, it's somewhat all right, because a lot of Barca fans want Xavi out, as Lee said before, and a lot of the Napoli fans aren't happy with their team. So that I think them two ties out of all of them stand out to me. They honestly stand out to both of them.
Yeah. And also, Milan play good football.
I think you're decent, man. I think you're decent, but I don't watch Serie A. It's trash. Yeah, last time I watched
it's not.
Weekend, Juve versus Napoli was one of the worst games of football I've ever seen. Yeah, and they're true. The better teams. Like, come on, what are we doing it?
Yeah,
but yeah, Atleti are good. Riquelme is a baller as well. Griezmann as well. He's flying this season, but they lost at weekend to Bilbao. So I don't know, man. Yeah, I've seen everyone saying, "Oh, it's going to be a stink fest. It's going to be boring. It's going to be this." Okay,
no.
And as for the person in the chat who says I'm outrightly rude, yeah, good. I am rude. I'm rude. I'm blunt, and I'm proud of it.
Deal with it.
Deal with it, because I can be.
Exactly. Yeah, Napoli. Listen, Napoli I reckon Napoli can beat Barcelona. You know, Xavi is on the ropes this season. Bayern Munich, Lazio. I think Bayern Munich should win that one. Watch out for Real Sociedad against PSG. Listen, I think that could be an interesting tie. If PSG get knocked out of that one,
baby. Kieran Tierney FC, my left back, my left back.
There you go. And then Leipzig, Real Madrid. Leipzig should win that. Sorry, Real Madrid should win that one comfortably. So, yeah, that's the Champions League draw for you there, people. Obviously, not the most glamorous games, but listen, it will get better in the next round. So, it is what it is, man. But listen, people, man, we're going to discuss... big up to the Super Chat is coming now. Everyone talking about easy draws. But Liverpool played Benfica quarterfinal and Villarreal semi-final. Yeah, exactly. Nobody talks about that one. They had an easy route to the final, man. So yeah, nobody talks about that one. But listen, nearly 1,000 people watching. We're gonna get straight into the game that happened yesterday. Well, the game that was meant to be happening yesterday and was meant to be a good game ended up being an absolute ball fest. I'm not complaining because I thought we were gonna get smacked up. Am I celebrating it like this? Like I see some fans are? No. I don't think you should be celebrating draws and whatnot and doing all of that stuff. But listen, we got the draw. I'll take that all day long. But for you, Rums, brother, Salah went missing. Nunez went missing. Bro, your whole team went missing, man. Like, crazy.
For weeks, I've been getting called negative. You don't know what you're on about. The top of the league, just be happy. I've said for weeks, we've been just scraping by. Our performances have been poor. The only difference in yesterday, the result, finally matched the performance. That's all that happened because our attack's been misfiring ever since the Luton game. Nunez, I was a big fan of him side. He's just not it. I had to hold my hands up. I got him wrong. Luis Diaz is done. Since he got that injury at the Emirates part, I think last season when they beat us 3-2, it's a psychological thing. He can't beat his man now. You see it time and time again. He made Dallo look like prime flipping Roberto Carlos or Cafu. Dallo had him on toast every time. He comes on the inside every time. He doesn't have to go on the outside. Salah for me, and I've said this time and time again, right? I see big up Craig on Anfield agenda. I don't agree with selling him because he's the only guy we have that has high output. But it's true because he scores an assist. People ignore his performance, but the last 3-4 games, his performance has been poor. But I think even like I don't want to bring Arsenal into this, but Saka even does it for Arsenal. He'll be poor for like 90, but if you leave with that goal assist, everyone completely forgets how you perform. They just care about you leaving with something, and because obviously goals win games, you get points. People forget about, but our attack has been poor for a while now, and I have to give you your credit because, like I said last weekend, Saeed, there's this notion that if you've got so much possession, you have all these shots, you're playing better. No, football is about styles. If everyone wants to play open and expansive, it'll be quite boring. Why would a team that has less quality try and play like a team that has better quality? It doesn't make sense. So you lot were defensively resolute. You set up the nullifiers. And it worked because you only have to watch the game. We had shots going into Rose Ed. You had Salah shoot from far, Gakpo shoot from far, Elliott, when he came on shoot from far, you nullified. You had Trent spamming crosses in, which defensively I actually thought he was okay. The little dark arts when he pulled Garnacho back for the chance. I think he had Garnacho on toast. The only time he got ripped by Anthony on the right, which was a bit embarrassing. But I think Trent's actually doing better at what we normally diss him for. I think going forward yesterday, he was absolutely poor. And our attack has been like this, honestly, and for the first time in a while, the result matched it. It's not on, and our attack needs to actually start scoring because defensively, I think we were okay. You weren't really doing much. You had a few counters, but for me, it's going forward.
We had two of the best chances, though.
That's the thing. Our fan base is saying we had 36 shots. We were all over them. But yet United had the better ones. I'm sorry, if that's Keller in goal, Hojlund gets his first Premier League goal. But Alisson, what he'll do is he'll make the goal very small. And again, I said last week, Said, whenever a player goes 1-on-1 with Alisson, I'm just confident. He makes himself big. 9 times out of 10, he saves the shot. But you had the better chances. Most of our chances come from set pieces. And the one time, I don't know why Nunez stops to appeal for a penalty when he could have carried on running and got the ball and maybe cut it back. I don't know what he was doing there, but all our chances come from set pieces. Kanate had a free header the last 10 minutes. Van Dijk had a header he hit straight at Alisson. And then the rest were outside the box. Salah had 2 shots on target from outside the box, which were comfortable for Kanate. Gakpo, when he came on, I honestly couldn't tell you what he offered us. He got the ball. He was making the wrong decision. Shooting in Rose Ed. It was a poor performance from an offensive standpoint. It was poor. And I've got to credit you, at the end of the day. Yes, it's not what everyone likes, but you had a game plan, you implemented it, and you did what you had to do. You honestly did what you had to do. Poor performance from us.
Facts, man. I mean, listen, Salah ghosted. I don't really agree with that, with the Anfield agenda guy, what he said, man.
Selling him,
Salah. Yeah, selling him is a bit of a mad one. I think it was a bit of an emotional one there.
But he's right to
no, 100%. But I said Declan Rice was the player of the season so far, and then I had Grizz telling me no, but Salah's there. But I was like, yeah, but Salah's been scoring goals, but I don't think he's been playing well. That's why I said Declan Rice so far has been the key player this season. So, and then you got Endo and Szoboszlai. Man did nothing again and got hooked off again. So, Liverpool fans, talk to me about Szoboszlai. They always talk about our midfielders. Szoboszlai, meant to be the Hungarian Gerrard. Talk to me, Liverpool fans. You get me?
Szoboszlai's last good game was on the 29th of October and a 3-0 win against Forest. He has been poor ever since then. And when I called this out, I was like, why are you being negative? He scored against Sheffield United, I think, last week, midweek, and it papered over the crowd. Look, he scored a goal. It wasn't a winning goal. It was an insurance goal. We're already 1-0 up under Van Dijk puts a goal ahead. I've said he has been poor for the longest, but no one wants to call out. Ryan Gravenberch, gassing out by the 60th minute. Yes, he had a long injury, but he's been playing a long time now. Like, I think there's a fitness issue there. He just must not be that fit as a professional footballer, which sounds mad because he gasses out after 60. And our fan base want to use the excuse, he come from a long-term injury. No, he's been playing for the past month or 2 in a row now. We can't keep making excuses. I'm not saying Gravenberch is bad, but he's been bad as well. But Szoboszlai, listen, mate, he can do all the defensive stuff as he wants. Yes, he covers Trent, all that lovely stuff, but we need you to actually start doing stuff offensively now. You started the season off well. You could call it a dip in form, but for me, 6 weeks ain't a dip in form now. You're just not playing well. You have to call it how it is. You're just not playing well. And he needs to try and play. For me personally, I would not against Arsenal, but I think we got West Ham midweek. I think you have to drop him now. I think you have to drop Szoboszlai now. Like, you can't keep playing players when they're playing bad because they're going to think it's okay. They're going to think it's okay to carry on with this dip in form. But it's not good, man. For me, our best two players yesterday were in our back four in Tsimikas, who I don't rate, but I have to call out. I think Tsimikas had a decent game, and Van Dijk. Everyone else, for me, was either average or poor, and you have to call it out. Because, Sad, I knew it wouldn't be a battering. Our fan base is saying we're going to smash it out. My prediction was 2-0. I thought it would be a comfortable win. So the minute it was 0-0, I was disappointed. I was disappointed because I wasn't expecting us to draw. But our fan base that was saying we're going to batter them. Football don't work like that. It was never going to be 7-0 again. Yes, United are poor, but that's just not how football goes. But listen, we need to start playing well, because if we play like that against Arsenal, which I don't think we will, by the way, because they're a better team, we're naturally going to have to raise it. But if we play like that against Arsenal, it won't even just be a defeat. They could embarrass us. They honestly could embarrass us. But we need to raise it, man. Like that starts with West Ham, because a lot of our families want to just disregard the League Cup. It's still a trophy. I still want to see. I'm going to the game as well. I still want to see us put. I'm not saying the strongest team, but put out a relatively good team, because they've got Kudus in that. Their West Ham team are actually in good form. I don't want to get knocked out. There's some of our fans that say, let's just prioritize Arsenal. Let's just sack off the League Cup. No, it's a trophy, because let's say we sack this off. Lee would know about this. If you sack these trophies off early and then don't win nothing at the end of the season, you know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah. Bigger fish to fry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're basically saying. Bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But Lee, you watching that? Did you get a bit giddy, or did you think, you know what? They just like they peppered. I think they had the most shots in the Premier League for a while. I think. I don't know if there was a stat going around.
Yeah, people tell me the Premier League's the best in the world. Did you go and watch that and come back to me? The two biggest clubs in England can't keep the ball. Yeah, there was that shot from Midday where he spun and pinged it straight to the keeper. Watch the 20 seconds in the build up to that. It was embarrassing. Yeah, embarrassing. I've seen people playing over the park, defend better than that. It was just head tennis in the box and missed kicks and embarrassing, man. Embarrassing. You got Man United fans sitting on the internet all gassed up that they got a draw. That kind of shows how far that club's fallen.
Standards, man.
Yeah, they're in the bin. Yeah, that club's buried, mate. Yeah, absolutely buried. You got Anthony trying to punch up Tsimikas and that. Like, get out of here, little fake hard man. Yes, no, do you know what I mean? What is wrong with that guy? Like, honestly, he's
not right.
Yeah,
he's not right, man.
But you're right, Romsey, about Salah. Yeah, he's been trash all season. Yeah, but he'll nick a goal, he'll get a penalty, and it all gets forgotten. I watched you lot against, I think it was Brentford, when he got a penalty right near the end, like last 10 minutes, and then he scored a tap-in on a breakaway. Yeah, I think that was at Anfield. I think it was Brentford. I made
Anfield, it was. So 3-0, yeah. I know.
And I did a watch along for that game, and I sat there and I said, he's ghosted the whole game. I said, but watch him score a stinky penalty, and a little tap-in. That's what he did. And it's, Salah scored twice. Oh, he's great. He's rubbish.
At the Palace game, right, I said to the guy next to me, the minute I got sent off, I said, Salah will save us now. He's been poor, but he'll save us now. That's exactly what happened. But they completely just forget about the performance.
Yeah, that's what they do. They do it with Saka as well. You're right. Spot on. He gets an assist against Brentford in the last minute, and they forget 90 minutes before that. And then they wonder the following week why he's played trash again. Do you know what I mean? Mate, Salah's been trash all year, and he ain't very good. I've been saying it for years. He ain't the level that people are putting him on.
In fact, you don't rate him in that way, do you? Like, a lot of people will say, oh, that's wildly, but you actually have said in the past, you don't rate Salah in that way that people do.
Straight lines, straight into people. He did it again yesterday about 3 or 4 times. It's embarrassing, mate. Yeah, when it comes off and he'll dribble past one, and put it in the top corner. Yeah, it looks amazing. When was the last time he done that? Yeah, we'll do it once or twice a season. He'll score a worldie, or some mad little skill in the box or something, and everyone will go, oh, he's one of the best ever in the Premier League. He's only there statistically. He is nowhere near some of the players we've had in this league. Yeah, nowhere near. You're putting him on the same level as Henry. Crazy. Yeah, crazy. Absolutely.
You know what it is with me? You know what it is with me? I think for me, he's a world-class goal scorer. And I think for me, I respect his output machine. But I always said, aesthetically watching Salah, I mean, I prefer Hazard Hazard, the way he played, I
Mahrez,
enjoy that
man.
side of it.
Mahrez,
You know what I mean?
Timber.
Mahrez for you, yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So,
I'm quite like old fashioned, right? I've never really cared about stats, and literally you hit the nail on the head. If you're gonna go output and whatnot, he is up there because the record speaks for itself. I accept that. But my type of baller, like your Hazard, your Neymars, you know, type of ballers that didn't really have to work hard, like they had it from young. It's innate, like they were born with it. Like if you see a clip from when they're 12 to when they're an adult, it's very similar. Where if you look at, I'm gonna throw Saka into this as well. Saka and Salah, for me, I have the more system, like output plays where on the metrics they'll be high, but that natural ability, they're not there for me. And I've said this, but my family's kill me for it. I've got DM saying this, that, and the other. When I said the day Hazard retired, right, I said, look, if you're gonna go output and all that, Salah's ahead of him. But natural ability, you're telling me you watch both of them with your eyes and think Salah's better footballer. They're like, you know what, you're not a Liverpool fan, you can't come Anfield. It's like, look, that's just my opinion. I prefer I had a bigger Goonie. Hope you get better.
Big up, by the way, yeah. Big up Goonie, man. I hope you get well.
Salah's not my type of football. I have a different preference. I can respect his output, and he's won a lot for my club. Of course, I love him to a certain degree, but when you're comparing him with certain technically better players, I'm sorry, he's not it for me. That's the way I see it, man.
I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. He's horrible to watch. He is horrible to watch. Yeah, and when, like I said, he'll come off every now and again. Yeah, and he'll score a mad goal, and everyone will gas him up. Yeah, if you actually watch him like you do, and you watch him more than I do, but whenever I've watched Liverpool in this season, especially, he's crap. He literally ghosts games. Literally ghosts. He don't even try to come back and get the ball off the midfielders. Yeah, like if he ain't getting the ball to him, he ain't going to get the ball. Yeah, and then when the ball goes to him, 9 times out of 10, he'll just run straight into a defender. Yeah, but then you'll get a penalty and he'll score it and all's forgiven. Yeah, it's what it is.
Listen, a place like that, yeah, when they're scoring and everything's going well, great to have in your team. Great, because they're scoring goals, they're assisting. And when you get a player like Salah, whose numbers have just been absolutely ridiculous, unbelievable. Then you get games where or seasons where maybe things aren't quite going their way. And his numbers of this season are still very good. But like yesterday, I just thought it was so poor. And I was doing a watch on for it. I'm sure you guys probably didn't watch along for it. I even said, you're probably going to have to move him in the middle to get him on the ball because he's not doing anything. But then what you're doing there, you're compensating your whole system to move someone just to try and get him on the ball. What was the move yesterday? Probably to sub him off, but you can't do that. You can't do that with him.
You know where you're spot on, mate. You know where you're spot on. When we moved Salah into the middle, you don't have to play Gakpo on the right, which you saw how it ended up. We actually looked worse. Salah was getting more involved, but as a collective, I think we actually looked worse, honestly.
Can I just get that comment that came in a minute ago? What's this Salah agenda? That word agenda needs to be banned. Yeah. Just because you're talking about somebody you've hyped up into oblivion and somebody else isn't hyping them like you are, doesn't mean it's an agenda. It just means they have a different opinion that you can't hack.
You know what's mad though, yeah? It's not only just him, though. It's not only just him, though. Rums, Nunez as well. Gosh. I mean, Diaz, another one that someone said, mentioned in Super Chat before saying, you've gone from Mane to Diaz, man. I'm sorry, the levels drop off.
Are we still saying that Liverpool's got the best attack in the world?
Man was kidnapped.
Oh,
LB. No, his dad's out. It's almost like he's like, oh, I've got life back again, which is cool. His dad's back. It's true.
That's wild, man. That's wild.
When his dad was held captive,
you're crazy, man.
No, but Lee, I have to disagree. What happened with this dad? It's literally since the injury. Like, you know what it is with Diaz? He started the season all right. He scored I think he scored a scissor kick and a few tap-ins. But it wasn't the Diaz being. You remember when he first came into the league? He wanted to take on everything and everyone. He literally got the ball. It's like your old-fashioned boxer. Like, let's put our hands up. Let's have a fight. He was like your old-fashioned kind of winger. The minute he got the ball, he just wanted to go at you. Ever since that injury at your place, him and Party, he has not been the same. Before what happened to his dad, he has honestly not been the same. He's not. And you know what I've clocked in content creating, it's like you can't change your opinion or admit when you got something wrong. Lee, I don't know if you side on this. I don't know if you know this. I was Nunez's biggest fan. I was like, you know what, we need to back him. I always knew he wasn't a good footballer. I was like, you know what, play to his strength and maybe we can get something. After the Fulham game a couple of weeks ago, I had to hold my hands up. Look, I got things wrong. Like, is it illegal to get things wrong? I had to hold my hands up. I got it wrong with Nunez. My family said, like, no, you're flip-flopping now. You're turning on me. It's like, no, I just lost my patience now. Like, what do I have to back him even when he's playing bad? I want him to turn his point around.
The club, mate, and he's put the shirt on. Just back him, innit? Go back him.
It's crazy.
As soon as they put the shirt on, mate, these people that have never been to a game in their life are telling people that do go how to support their club. So you could just got to back him, mate. Yeah, let's be real. Nunez was always going to flop. Yeah, because this ain't Portugal.
I think he's more of a winger. He's a winger for me, man. He's a winger. Put him on the wing.
For Nunez, yeah, he'll just put that into a quarter, and that's about what he'll get in the league here. Yeah, because
I'll be honest, I genuinely thought he would do well, even despite last season. I was like, this is a player I reckon that can do well, but I've got that one wrong. Strikers don't get that much patience. I think by the end of this season, I wouldn't be surprised maybe if we listen to offers. I'm not saying we'll sell him, but I think if a club was to come in with an offer, then I'm thinking who would. But if a club were to, I reckon we'll start to listen to offers, because a player I think we missed. I'm not making excuses, by the way. United did deserve the point. They nullified us, but I think if Jota had that chance, I've always said Jota's our most naturally gifted finisher. He's our naturally best finisher. Salah scores all the goals, but I think Jota can score from more angles. He's naturally our best finisher. I've said this for years, but I think if Jota's on that pitch yesterday and had that chance, when Nunez, the ball ran away from him and he appeals for a penalty instead of trying to get it, I think maybe we score that. But yeah, man, it's just poor overall, and we need to. I just feel like some of our attackers need that goal to get them going again. But it's Salah with the only goal and assist in the last, I think, 6-7 games now. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. But you know what? Like I said to you, United nullified Liverpool. That's what it was, man. We nullified you lot. We had two of the best shots of the game. Obviously, we ain't got a prolific strikers to finish him. Hojlund didn't finish that chance. And obviously as well, Garnacho doesn't hit that one in there. But Varane, I told people about Varane, man. Play your best defenders and look what happens. You know,
he
what
was class yesterday,
Varane,
man. I have a bit of an agenda against that guy, but yesterday he was absolutely magnificent. He was literally every single time the ball comes to the box, it was all right. Every time the ball from the box, he was heading it away. You mentioned Hojlund there, right? And we need to start speaking on this WWE wrestler, yeah, as Norridin says, yeah.
No, you're joking.
No, because seriously, when are we going to stop the whole? Oh, he never gets chances. He's in the top 5 big chances missed out of all Premier League strikers this season.
He's also in the top 5. It's in the top 5 of not being passed to the most.
But that's irrelevant, because United fans are saying,
but that shows you that one chance he has. Look at Haaland.
No,
Haaland has about 50 chances a game.
Bagel. The guy's got a Premier League New York bagel. 0 goals, yeah? 0 goals in the Premier League. And United fans keep on saying, oh, it's because he never gets chances. He's in the top 5 biggest, most chances missed in the Premier League. He had another chance yesterday. Yeah. And he just hit it straight at Alisson. When are people going to stop saying, oh, we never create this guy chances, or he runs around a lot? Bro, his job is to score goals. And he's still not scored a Premier League goal, bro. We're in December, man. December, and this guy's still not scored.
I don't think he's even got a little assist, LB, because you know what?
No, he's not.
I actually think Hojlund is quite a player. And I've actually said, you know what? I was under the illusion that he hasn't really had chances created for him. But I saw the stat you just brought up, and I was like, you know what? I've probably got this one wrong, because he has had the chances, but to go 13, 14 games without a goal and assist, it is crazy. It is.
You know
crazy.
What's mad? Yeah, I watched him last year. You know, people that were here. All right, big up Lehman again, man. Yo, another 10 gifted memberships. Yo, apparently this guy gifts on your channel as well, LB, because I heard he was on your channel.
Yeah, bro, the guy come in the other day.
Yo,
like, boom,
W's in their chat, man. Yeah, this Lehman guy's moving mad. Lillian. I don't know how do you spell his name, man?
I say it Leonin, but I don't know if that's right. I say Leonin.
Leonin. All right, W's in the chat, man. I just get a soundboard, man. But yeah, man, whoever gets a member. There you go. Have you got the soundboard there? Have you not got a soundboard? What's going on, man?
Nah, I don't move like that anymore.
Yeah, man. But no, big up to Leland, man, for the donations and whatnot. But listen, yeah, I watched Hojlund last year in the Serie A. I did watch alongs. I was scouting because everyone was telling me about, Hojlund's the next guy, and I watched him and I was like, I don't know, man. Like, is this guy good? Is he a striker? He looks like to me that, them kind of forwards that like to play on the right hand side and like to move in, like as a right forward. He's more of a right forward, I would say, than a striker. That's the way I can look at him.
Like Jackson at Chelsea. Jackson's
if you look at him, he's more of a left wing. Yeah, I think
he's saying he's like Nunez from the wide, and he'd actually.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is, man. Like, for me, I just look at strikers nowadays. It's a dying breed. We're not seeing the out-and-out number 9s anymore in football. Like, Alvarez is another example. Is he a number 9? I don't think he is. I don't think he's an out-and-out number 9. I think he's one of them that floats second striker kind of type. You know? So, I don't know, man. I just think for me, is it an excuse? But yeah.
To be fair for you, you did. Even when you were linked to him, even before he signed that contract to you, you were like, you know what, Hojlund? Obviously, I'm going to give him time. I'm going to back him, but you wasn't for it. Like, yes, this is the guy. Like, we're signing. I remember.
I wanted Vlahovic because I watched Vlahovic. I was like, yo, I like Vlahovic, but Hojlund, I wasn't keen on him. But I was like, okay, for the future, I'll take him. But now we don't need the future. We need now.
Just back him. He's only young. He's only 20. Just back him till he's 24.
I hate this notion. If you're old enough, you're good enough. Like, some of the best players jumped on the scene at 17, 18. If you're old enough, you're good enough. The minute you're in that team, you know what I mean? You're good. Like, look at Kobe Mano yesterday. I think some of your fans are going a bit overboard. I'm seeing compilations, and I'm like, wait.
Nah, but he was quality, man.
He was quality, but I think some of your families are going overboard. He was good yesterday, but I'm seeing compilations of him just passing sideways. You know what I mean? I feel like you're overdoing it a bit. But look, he's young, and he balled out against an atmosphere that was supposed to be terrifying, by the way. After 10 minutes, we stopped singing. We had an extra 7,000 fans that should have generated a bit more. And it's even quieter. It was
generated.
Crazy. But
what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Generated. What do you mean by that?
We don't do that. We don't add speakers, but no, man, we should have.
I don't know. I seen a video yesterday on TikTok. Yesterday, but listen, that's for the whole. But you know what it is, yeah? I just look at him. When it is with strikers, yeah, you can't really use age as a number because there are strikers out there that are balling out at a young age. You know, there are. You know, if you're good enough, you're older. But I just think for me, I'm not going to tear him apart when I feel like our attack, Anthony is not giving him no service. There's no one out there that you can say, right, put it on a bag for him. But again, he has to be better.
He had one on a plate yesterday. He literally had a one on a plate yesterday. People have been saying exactly what you said. It's true. He hasn't had statistically the most chances on a plate, but he ain't helping himself. He has a clear-cut chance yesterday to win you a game at Anfield, or at least put you in the lead. He's clean through, and he absolutely fumbled the bag. He fumbled it. Yeah, that guy is nowhere near good enough for Man United. Nowhere near good enough. The fact that you've got...
Is it too early, though, Lee, man? Is it too early, Lee? Be honest, man. Is that too early to say that?
Bro, it's not too early. The guy's been here for 5 months now. Yeah, he's played 14 league games or 13 league games. He ain't scored a league goal. Honestly, if this was Pepe, this was Nicola Pepe doing this, everyone's on him. Yeah? Everyone's on him. But because it's Rasmus Hojlund.
He scored goals.
That's what I'm saying. But everyone was still on Pepe anyway. Yeah? Rasmus Hojlund's getting a pass because your fan base are using his age to shield him. Yeah, the fact and reality is he's trash. Yeah, and you should have known that because he only scored 9 goals in Serie A.
Yeah, it's true. It's
a gamble. It's a gamble. And that's why I don't like project strikers, man. I feel like for me, if you're gonna get a project striker, get someone alongside him that is like ready now for now. Like get me someone that I could do the job for now. He should not have been the guy was meant to be at the forefront of everything. He should have been someone else, then Hojlund for the future. But now, this is why for me, I'm not going overboard and be like, about Hojlund because I know what I was getting. I was like, this guy's a young player. He's coming in, don't have relative experience, only scored 9 goals, and is there not for now. And that's the problem. That's the only reason he's there. Ten Hag they backed on
because Ten Hag's son is his agent. That's the only reason he's there.
I didn't even know that.
The brown envelopes and all that. They got Johnny Mimmels, the brown envelopes and that. Yeah, like Ten Hag's agent, Ten Hag's son owns the agency that he's with. So it's the only reason he's there. He's doing his mate a favour. He's doing his son a favour. He's never meant to be
75 million, Kyle, though. That's the problem, though. But now prices are inflated. Like, is Havertz meant to be 65 million? No. You know what I mean? There's so many things that you could say that's not meant to be that signing. But like I said, because it's... Sorry?
29
bro, we'll get on to him.
Player,
you got to hold that. You got to hold that, Lee, man. Why did you doubt Havertz? Why did you doubt Havertz? Why did you doubt Havertz, Lee? You doubted him, man. Havertz is good.
Our fans are online saying, can we pay you more and tagging Chelsea? What the hell is wrong here?
That's your question, Said. Let me ask you a question real quick, Said. If in the summer, United said, right, the market at the moment is pretty bleak, and we don't have the funds to go and get Osimhen, because obviously you didn't have the funds to go and get Osimhen because you had to get a loan.
Would
Back.
love to.
Yeah.
This is
No.
By the way.
Yeah, I've seen it, but just answer this question, yeah. But if they said the market's pretty bleak, so whilst we recognise we need a striker, we think Ivan Toney at Brentford is the one to get, but we can only get him in January for obvious reasons. So we're going to sign. Do you think the United fan base would have gone, what the bloody hell are we doing? We're not going to have a striker for 5 months, or do you reckon they would have gone, okay, get it. The market is a bit dead right now. We're getting a good striker, but we have to wait 5 months. How do you think that would have gone down? Because I think Ivan Toney, mate, he is disrespected in this country. He's a top bagsman. He can hold the ball. He destroyed City last year. Destroyed us at the Etihad. He's a top player. He's got pretty much everything. He's good on the ball, good hold up play, good finishing, good in the air. And I think he's got I think he backs himself. He's got a bit of an ego, which I think you need at somewhere like Man United. Because do you think United fans would have accepted that? 5 months with no striker, but then you're actually getting a good player.
Yeah, I think you would, but the problem is though, it's like everyone was like, just get whoever. If Hojlund's a guy, then Hojlund's a guy. But I was saying Osimhen, people saying Osimhen is shit, man. Come on, man. You haven't watched him, man. Come on, man.
I'll be real. No. I wouldn't say
Solanke's Arsenal.
Yeah.
He's going Arsenal.
I wouldn't say shit's a bit overboard, but I'm not sold on Osimhen like the world is. I just think he's a bit
Why though? Tell me why.
When I've watched Napoli,
Go on. You
I'm just saying the odd time I've only really watched Napoli in the Champions League, whatnot. But the odd time I've watched him, I just feel like it's a bit like chaos. Like, I like my tracks to be like quite technically good. I just feel like it's chaos. He's kind of a battering ram. Like, he's good in the air. I'll give that to him. Like, in the air, I feel like he's very good. But I just feel the way people go on like he's one of the best, and we give out world class too easy. He's one of the best in the world. It's like, keep a lid on it. He's not all that for me, man. He's not all that. I feel like he's going to come to the Prem and underwhelm. I think everyone's he'll get here and everyone's kind of going to be like, oh, this ain't Osimhen we thought we were getting. So that's just my opinion on him, man.
These people hype these players up so quick, yeah. Nobody's talking about that left winger anymore, are they?
Exactly.
He's a decent winger.
Stinker. Yeah, it's almost like he's won a title and thought, well, I've completed football now. Yeah, because he's ghosting everything. Yeah,
he was quoted at 150 million.
Mate, you know what? I agree with you. Yeah, if Osimhen comes to the Prem, he's flopping. He will flop.
No, I don't think he is in our league.
That trash league, and it is a trash league. Yeah, it is a trash league.
It's not.
Nobody can keep the ball. Like you obviously watched Napoli against Juve last weekend, yeah?
Yeah.
Top Juve against the current champions, and nobody could keep the ball. It was like a tennis match. Yeah. And then what happens is, all of a sudden, it'll bring the ball down on his chest, it'll spin, and it looks amazing. You ain't doing that in the Prem, mate. Ben Mee put you in Rose Ed. Yeah, Ben Mee and Tarkovsky.
You know what it is, though? Osimhen, you know why he would suit the Premier League? He's got power, he's got pace, he's got hold-up play. This guy is made for the Premier League and the physicality of the league. He actually made for it.
Let me come back to that. You said he's got pace, he's got power, and he's got hold-up play. If he's coming to the Premier, he's coming to a team that are going to dominate possession. So all of that goes out the window because you don't need hold-up play if you're playing with a team that are on the edge of the opposition box all the time.
It's like Arsenal. He wouldn't do Arsenal.
Around the box in tight spaces. Yeah. Yesterday, everyone's going to go yesterday. Oh, he got a mad assist. Yeah, it was a good assist, whatever. Yeah, but again, did you see how much space he had? Yeah, he's in a penalty box and there was only 2 players around in the whole box. Yeah, you ain't getting that against Burnley and Everton and teams like that. Yeah, it's all in good doing it. You've got loads of time and space. Now what can you do? Now what can you do when you are in a team dominating possession? Yeah, and it's a tight 0-0 game and there's 7-8 players in the penalty box around you. Yeah, because every time I've watched him, he's horrible, man.
And just to add on to it as well, we love to say availability is best ability. His injury record is disgusting, by the way. He gets injured often. That's another thing Arsenal fan or whoever's linked with him needs to take into consideration.
Not the best ability, by the way. Accountability is.
Fair accountability.
Let's be real. There's players that are available every week, like McTominay, and he's trash.
Indeed, fair. When you put it like this, you make a good point.
Captain yesterday, by the way. Captain yesterday.
You know what, Italy? I've just been scarred by Thiago. I love that baller, but he's never here, so I've just been scarred by him. Do you know what I mean?
Now, listen, whoever we get anyway, you know what I mean? It has to be someone of that level. But Ivan Toney, I think he's going to stay now because Brentford have got Mbeumo out for 3 months. So they need Ivan Toney to stay at least till the summer. So Ivan Toney ain't gonna leave until the summer. That's my own opinion. So
Saeed,
that's the
but
way I kind
Saeed,
of look at it.
you need to think of it though. It's Euro year. He might want to go to that bigger club and maybe put his name out there a bit more. So I think that's the only incentive. I wouldn't be surprised either way, because like you said, with Mbeumo, their best player after him injured, then I think, we can't afford to sell you now. But he might say himself, look, I've got you promoted. I've done all I can for you. Let me go to a bigger club and then try and get in Southgate's head. Do you know what I mean? Because
maybe we can get him, and maybe they can go and get Dominic Solanke instead.
Solanke, man, scoring goals. Has he got more goals than Jesus? Has he got more goals than Jesus?
More goals than most of our strikers combined. He's definitely got 9 more than your striker.
Man.
He's got more than our forwards apart from Salah. He's got more than all of ours apart from.
He's got more than Jesus. More than
Solanke.
I think he's got more than Saka in the league as well.
Wow, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Stats are irrelevant. Yeah, proof again that stats are
No,
irrelevant.
but you know what it is though? I feel like for me, if you went to a bigger club, I think he'd flop, man. I think sometimes just know your level, man. Like, why can't we just have Solanke at Bournemouth and let him just mash up work there? Like, why does he have to go? Like, okay, he might go to a maybe, I don't know, a Brighton or something, but like, he doesn't have to go to a big club to prove that he's a good striker. Like, why? Like, he's in the Premier League anyway. Like,
that's how I feel about Watkins, Saeed. I feel like Watkins should just stay at Villa. Sometimes you find your level. If Watkins goes to another club, you won't see the same Watkins.
Villa are doing it well anyway, so it's not like he's desperate to get out.
No. I'm just using him as an example, LB. A lot of people like Watkins needs to leave Villa, and I'm like, no, he doesn't. Like he's doing well.
But you get why the players like Solanke and that might want to leave, because they want to play Champions League, they want to play for titles. But whereas Ollie Watkins. For me, if I'm a Villa player, something has to come along that's very, very, very attractive for me to leave that club right now. Why'd you leave Villa right now? I know I'm going off on a tangent there, but anyway.
Yeah. Well, listen, you're not going to go off a tangent because you're going to speak about Man City. Guys, 1.3K in here. Let's get 500 likes ASAP. Look at. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, man.
I'm going.
Listen, Man City, 1 win in 6.
Yeah, man.
Kyle Walker, I'm hearing mad shit, you know what I'm saying, about Kyle Walker. I'm seeing a couple of City fans saying Pep out. I think that's wild, by the way.
Nah, that's
what's happening at City, man? Because, listen, you've won the treble. Listen, that's incredible, yeah? But I feel like now, defensively, you look a bit disorientated. I think you looked a bit, rattled in the ground. Mahrez, again, like I said, you're missing Gundogan, but talk to me, LB, man. I seen your little rant on your channel. Make sure you follow him, by the way. But yeah, man, it's are you trying to hand it over to us? Or are you trying to make it interesting, the title? What are you trying to do, man? What's your plan behind this?
Yeah, listen, bro. As you say, it's mad in the dunya, bro. You know what I mean?
Mad in the dunya.
That's what
I do say that for a reason.
Nah, seriously, like there's a lot of things, man. Like, okay, so we'll give you like a quick summary of where we've gone wrong this season. Transfer activity this year. Ilkay Gundogan we was only offering him a 1-year deal. He wanted a 2-year deal. Yeah, we messed around, didn't give him what he wanted. We went for Bellingham, and we stuck for the Bellingham till the end, the very, very end. And by all accounts, he made his decision late on, right? And obviously, we've all seen now why City was in there till the end, because he's absolutely tearing up cheese at Real Madrid. That was 100% the right thing to do. Where we really messed up, though, we didn't. Whether it's arrogance or whatever, or we just didn't think about it, we should have got Gundogan locked off. So then if Bellingham said no, which he did saying no, we still had a player there that was good enough. We didn't. So we lost out with Bellingham. We then went running back to Gundogan, tried to give him the contract. He'd already agreed to go Barcelona. We then went for Rice. Rice had already agreed to go Arsenal. Maddison had gone Tottenham. Paqueta had the gambling charges. We ended up with Kovacic and Nunez, which is a downgrade on what we currently have. Mahrez, said it in the summer, I'll stick by it. Too many City fans was too gassed to get 25 million quid. Oh, it's the 3rd highest transfer fee for an over 30-year-old of all time. And who cares? I don't care about what transfer fees we pay or what transfer fees we receive. You know what I mean? I support the football club, the players on the pitch, and getting 25 million quid for Riyad Mahrez was not a good deal. I stand by that till today. I said it at the time.
No.
And people kept on saying, it's the 3rd highest transfer fee for an over 30-year-old. And okay, then, go and replace me Mahrez's goals, Mahrez's assists, and his experience of 25 million. Oh, no, you can't do that. So why are you talking about it then? You know what I mean? That was not a good deal, but he wanted to leave, so it don't matter anyway. Kyle Walker wanted to leave. Pep Guardiola took him downtown, whining and dining him, and guess what? He ended up staying. We would have done that with Riyad Mahrez. I'm pretty sure Riyad Mahrez would have stayed. Riyad Mahrez wasn't desperate to leave the football club. Yes, he didn't play in a few of the bigger games last season, but I'm pretty sure if you would have took him out and said the same thing that you said to Kyle Walker, listen, you're an important player. We don't want you to leave. Saudi Arabia will still be there in a year's time. Stick with us for one more year. You know what I mean? And then he can go on a free transfer. You get a bag as well. Then he would have stayed, but we didn't. We just let him go. Yeah. So that was our transfer activity. But everything else for me is just mentality and defense. Our defense has been absolutely atrocious, and it's come as a surprise. I was coming into the season genuinely, and I know I get murked by the chat for this year. I thought that Mourinho target, I didn't think we'd beat it. Yeah, 2004, 2005, whatever it was. I don't think we'd beat it, but I thought, you know what, we can get pretty close to that because this defense, and people laugh at me, but bro, we beat Real Madrid 4-0, Bayern Munich 3-0, clean sheet against Inter Milan in the final. It wasn't a ridiculous thing to say. And now my defense is just so poor. Kyle Walker has been a problem for us this season. Mainly on the offensive issues because he can't drive forward with the ball. But him not sprinting back for that first goal against Crystal Palace at the weekend, that's just unacceptable. I've got to call it how it is. You know, we can accept players make mistakes, managers make mistakes, we make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes in life, yeah? The one thing that you got to have in life is a basic effort. And try. And I'm sad to say
that dinner date, man. Everyone talk about that dinner date in Manchester at Pep Guardiola's restaurant. Should never have told. Like, you know what's mad though? Everybody at the time though was like, I get the energy's changing, but everyone at the time was celebrating. I remember that video that Man City did. I'm not leaving. And then everyone's gasped. But you know, when you actually deep it, like, did you have to move on to get better? Like, you know what I mean? It's one of them, man. Like.
The thing is, what I'd say about Walker is, when we get Real Madrid or PSG or someone with a smoky left winger later on in the Champions League, I'm there for Walker. I'm there. You know what I mean? I want him in my team. But when you're playing, when you're playing Crystal Palace at home, Luton Town, these, you know, you want him to Trent. That's it. You want the players who can do stuff going forward. Like, don't get me wrong. If I play against Vinny Jr. or Kylian Mbappe, who do I want, Trent or Walker? I want Walker every day of the week. If I'm playing Crystal Palace, Luton, Brighton, Brentford, all these teams,
you say like tricky kind of player, yeah.
You want Trent because you need something going forward. So I think Pep needs to make the change and drop him and play Akanji right back. Who Akanji is much better on the ball, obviously, as we all know, than Kyle Walker. He'd help us. But I've got to say at the same time, I'm sitting here and genuinely, my club in the Premier League now should be buried. We should be buried. We've not won it. We've won one game in 6. We dropped 2 L's on the bounce back in October against Wolves and Arsenal, and yet we're only 5 points off of the top of the table. I think that says a lot more about the other teams around us than it does my club. It says a lot about the title race this season. How is my club still in this title race when I've won one game in 6, people?
Someone explain that to it, though. But then now you have to chase more teams, though. You have to chase Liverpool. You have to chase Arsenal as well. And Villa, to an extent. You know, they're still in there, but, you know what I mean? I don't know how long to stay. But I feel like you're not chasing one team. So that's where the context lies. Before you were chasing one team. Now you're chasing 2 teams now. So that's why it changed a little bit for me in that aspect. You get it, Rums?
I do hear you saying, and the thing is, obviously, when's your next game? It'll be in the Club World Cup something. I think there's one match week before then. So if Arsenal beat us or we beat Arsenal, I think the lead can stretch to about 8-9 points, right? But the reason why I still make City's favourites, I understand, side, it's not like other years where they're only chasing that one team. They're the only team in the last 7-8 years that knows how to win a title from behind. When we won it, we were ahead most of the season. You only have to look at last season. Arsenal top most of the league, and then season and then City come back. I still make them favourites because there's this one game changer, and his name's Kevin De Bruyne, right? And people can say, yeah, he's getting older. It's not a guarantee that he'll come back the same, because you could say that's not. I think he will come back the same, but with age, you do slow down, but you'll never lose your IQ. And I just think his intelligence alone can get City over that line. Yes, it looks. I feel like it's less likely than other years, because, like you said, I think us and Arsenal are both there. You're chasing 1-2 instead of 1. But I still make City favourites. This notion that you just write them off and it's just Arsenal and Liverpool, you kind of know who's been in a title race and who hasn't when you start coming up with things like that. And LB spot on to win 1 game in 6 and only to be a couple points off the both of us. That's crazy. We should be out of sight. We should be about 10, 12 points already. And by the time they come back from Club World Cup, it should be about 15. Yeah, but I'm not speaking about Arsenal as well.
Both of your clubs now, should be clear. And this is what I'm saying. This is why I think at the end of the season, if City win the league, you guys will look back at your clubs at this moment and go, we should have been 15 points ahead of City at that point. They'd won 1 game in City.
Wow. Look at it. That's empty threats, man. You seen this? Man?
You know what
I mean? Are you having this?
I can sit with chess, man. I think we'll win the league.
He has every right, though. He does have every right.
And
but this is where Arsenal need to rise, man. Arsenal rise. Lee, rise.
City will win it again.
Oh, man.
They will win it again. They will.
Let it happen, man.
And the thing is, I have to throw into it as well. Cool, if people have Arsenal of the favourites, that's fine. But this young team haven't had that Champions League, exhausting yourself midweek, then having to do it again in the Premier League. They've not done it yet. Yes, you can only do it by proving it, and we were yet to see. But City have the know-how. And listen, I have to give Kroenke a bit of credit. Last few years, they do back their manager and whatnot. But City are the best at it. If Pep says to Caldini and whatnot, listen, I want this player. He's getting it. City fans can be comfortable knowing my manager will get backed in January. The proof's in the pudding. So for me, I still make City favourites, man. Yes, they're not in the greatest form right now, but like LB said, we should be clear and we're not. And they've got that man to come back.
Lee, let me ask you a question. Next weekend, I don't know if he's going to touch it on this anyway, but next weekend, big game, innit? You know what I mean? Arsenal, Liverpool, plus you got to take into the fact that City don't play next weekend because obviously we're at the Club World Cup. This game, I think that whoever wins this, they're like the real title contenders. Not to say whoever loses, if someone loses, then they're out. I'm not saying if you lose the game, you're out of the title race. But like for me, this is the clash where it's like, okay, most people, not everyone, but most people still think City going to win it. People think that City going to come back when Kevin De Bruyne comes back. And it's Arsenal and Liverpool are up there. Yeah, and I could obviously don't discount Villa, obviously, as we all keep saying. For me, whoever wins this game, they're the serious threat for me. And I think this is huge. It's at Anfield. I think it's at Anfield, right? This is a huge game. Obviously, Arsenal last year should have won it before they bottled the game. I'd look at Arsenal and think they probably look like more of a complete team than Liverpool. But Liverpool's attack does cook. Then it for me, this is a massive game. Whoever wins, people in the chat say draw.
And this is
a draw is a great result for City. A great result for City.
Yeah, that's why I'm not getting carried away because everyone's writing Man City off. Oh, I laugh at Man City. They drew with Palace. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I think you all forgot we're playing Liverpool at Anfield next weekend. Yeah, and 1, if not 2, are dropping points. So if Man City ain't got a game, because they're in the Club World Cup, so they'll have a game in hand. And if we draw that game, all of a sudden they're 5 behind, so they'll be 6 behind. They win their game in hand, they're 3 behind again. They're winning the title, mate. Trust me.
Like Lee says, you know what, whether it's one or both, someone's dropping points next week. So, and listen,
I think Arsenal should have great confidence, though. I think with Arsenal, I think they're playing good football, especially yesterday. I think they dominated Brighton and whatnot. I feel like for me, Arsenal, big opportunity next weekend. Beat Liverpool. And how many points did you have of them in the league then? I'm going to look at the Premier League.
They'll be 4. If they beat us, they'll be 4 clear. They're a point ahead.
4 clear. And then there'll be obviously Man City don't play for a while. So I think there's massive incentive. Arsenal need to win. Not go there and get a draw. No, go there to win. Have that mentality to win that game. Because I don't think it's the scary Anfield that everyone says it is. Yes, they've got, still Liverpool and they've got good players. But I feel like Arsenal, if they want to win this league, they have to go there with a mentality of we have to win this game. That should be the aim. Not sit back and
Do you know what though? This is where I'll back my club though, because let's say West Ham knock us out midweek, because it can happen. They'll probably field a stronger team. Let's say they knock us out and we've gone 2 games at home without a win. We will be even more up for Arsenal now. We should be anyway. But if off the back of 2 games at home that we haven't won, we'll be even more up for it. Because last year, listen, I'm never scared when Arsenal come to Anfield. I have every right to. But last year, I was for the first time. And when they've gone 2-0 up, I thought, this could be it. Then that challenge on Xhaka to Trent it just something came over us, and then obviously we got back into the game. And either, to be fair, either or could have won at Konate's last chance. Then it goes to Saka. Either or could end up winning that game. But this year, I just think Saliba and Rice. I still think we beat Arsenal. It won't be easy. I still back my club to beat them. We're at home, but it's a different Arsenal, and they'll be more resolute. But they'll be a bit more open. They're not going to play like you say. They're not going to park it. They're going to leave space in behind, and that's when your Nunez, your Diaz, and your Salah do come alive. So I still back us to beat Arsenal next weekend, but it will be tough. It'll be very tough.
I don't know about that, Ron. I disagree. I think if I was Arsenal, if I was Arteta, I'd set up exactly how he set up against City. Keep it tight and try and nick the game. You know what I mean? Keep it, because you don't want to open up against Liverpool at Anfield.
No, but LB, I agree with you. I think he should. I think he should. But Arteta's stubborn. I don't think he will. I think he'll stick to it. Lee will be able to answer more. I think he'll stick to his principles and play how Arsenal normally play. I agree with you. I think they should set up like, because if they do with a better defense and better attack, it'll be even tougher for us. But I think Arsenal are going to come out to play. I can see they do it most years. They do it most years at Anfield. I don't think they'll be pragmatic.
I think,
but when you've got
I think without the ball we'll make it compact and tight, but with the ball we've got to try and get as many people in that box as possible. Yeah, and then we've got to get the midfield runners in there. Odegaard's got to finish up his shooting, man. That guy frustrated the life out of me yesterday. And too many touches in and around.
Thank you, Lee. Thank you. There's this notion he had an amazing game.
They're dropping the shoulder 4 times to take a shot. Just shoot, mate. And they're same with Martinelli. Yeah. Martinelli's been rubbish this season. So, but he doesn't.
He has, man. What's happened to him, man? What's happened to him like this season?
He's waiting to see Trent next weekend, man, because he has him on ice skates every year. So.
Yeah.
But if we end up getting a draw, Aston Villa could be top of Christmas because they got Sheffield United.
I know.
Aston Villa could be top before we even played. I think they played before us.
Listen. They play us soon, man. So you know what I mean.
I'm happy. It's crazy. You call it out all the time. I'm happy you called it out, because I think Odegaard's slowly growing into the game. But this notion he will be excellent from start to finish. No, I watched your full game. The first half, the amount of times he got in the final third and was dwelling on the ball, wrong pass, got tackled. I was thinking, Arsenal fan, are we watching the same game? Second half he was better, but I think first half, I think he was poor. I think Odegaard was poor.
That's what they do, though. They hype this guy up because he sings that stupid North London Forever song under his breath, getting goosebumps leading the team out. Because he told them all. It was his birthday yesterday. He's doing up some PR interview yesterday, giving it, I've never played football on my birthday before. Shut up. Nobody cares. Go and win the game. Go and score me a goal. Nobody cares. And not only that, did everyone get a memo? Did World Football send a memo down from somewhere? That your most adored player in your club has to do up all the hype on the pitch. Odegaard did this to the crowd about 5 times yesterday. Yeah, and he was, come on. Yeah, Zinchenko was doing it. Yeah, then I watched your
get your fans up in it.
Then I watched Man United. Trent was doing it. Then Mino was doing it. Then I watched Real Madrid and Bellingham's doing it. What's going on here?
Yeah.
What's this all about?
I think you know what it is though. It is the new wave now. It is the new wave. Like back in the day, they used to do it only one day, but now it's like it's the new kind of thing now. Like you get up the crowd, it's cameras, isn't it? You know what I mean?
They're finessing people. It's like when they do the team huddle. Yeah, you've just done an hour in the dressing room before kickoff. What are you huddling on the pitch for?
I'm with you on that one, man.
Yeah, then you go and have a half-time team talk for 15, 20 minutes. You come back out and you're doing it again. Yeah, and then what happens is when you lose a game, right? When you lose a game, your social media team at your football club will then post that team huddle and say, family, we tried to, we're proud. Yeah, if you win, they'll put it out together.
Ahead of the curve, man. Leads ahead of the curve, man. Lee's sarcastic voice.
Lee's sarcastic voice.
It's all brainwashing, because what it does is it lowers the standards of football clubs. Yeah, and people can't see it because most people are dense. Right. Yeah. The fact is, if you're doing all of that, that is only for one reason and one reason only, to get fans emotionally invested that you're part of a family and we're all together. Yeah, Tottenham are the worst for it, by the way. They literally post pictures on their Twitter account of Basuma and Sarr cuddling in the canteen, and put family. You're not family, mate. You're not related. Like you're not really nobody. If you're a family, if you're a family, I need to fix my roof. You got $5,000, please. They're not going to give you the money, are they? You're not a family. They just want your money. Yeah, and I'm sick and tired of these football clubs finessing people. Yeah, with all this subconscious BS. Yeah, at the end of the day, go out there and win trophies. Yeah, go out there and win games comfortably. Do your jobs and go and win me a trophy. I don't want to see all of this crap.
Do you know what one?
I'm waffling. Sorry, I went on Real Madrid's website yesterday. Didn't see any merch. You don't pop up with the merch. Yeah, it's just straight winning. The women's player has been voted for the best player in the world. Thibaut Courtois voted for the best goalkeeper in the world. Yeah, Jude Bellingham winning his golden ball or whatever it was. Just straight up winning. You ain't got Carpool Coney with Frimpong in the Frimpogini driving a player around. Get out of here. Yeah, when you open Arsenal's website, the first thing that pops up, it literally pops up the store to buy merch. We're doing it.
I see
Same
Ian Rice.
Same with our club, man. Same with our club.
What kills me, you do the voice all the time on your channel. You know, when you look get a bad result, it's like head up onto the next.
On to the next. Yeah. When we lost to Aston Villa last week, yeah, they posted out a picture, I think it was of the team huddle, and put a tough night in Birmingham. How about stop posting? The very next morning, yeah, happy birthday, Reece. Why don't you just text him? You got his number. Come on, man.
Text him. Text him, bro.
Hey, listen.
The other day,
You got to make sure that he knows, innit?
Get out of here, man.
Get the little banner out. Get the little banner out, and then show him like, yo, listen, man. Happy birthday and that, man. But nah, listen, man. Arsenal, they're doing their thing. I thought, listen, Brighton were poor yesterday, man. And Arsenal destroyed them. There should have been more goals. Havertz is scoring goals now. I mean, like I said, man, Johnny Minerals. You got a video with him this week, Johnny Minerals.
Can I just say though, on that Havertz goal, yeah, and I know Lee would agree, I can't call it a good finish because he meant to dink the keeper and then it's kind of gone under his arm. I'll give him credit, he scored, but I was saying, oh, what a finish. If you look at it closely, go back and watch it, he tries to dink and it kind of just slides under. He tries to lift it above him, but because he didn't execute the technique properly, it slides under his arm. But you know what? That's me nitpicking. That's just me doing what rivals work.
He just tried thinking it. But do you know what? Again, what did he do all game? What did he do? I didn't see him. Yeah, and then he pops up and gets a goal and it's, make your apologies as loud as your disrespect. Shut up. Win me a trophy and I might consider it. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this sort of so crazy, bro. Yeah, they hype up everyone. Yeah, it's not just Arsenal. Man United do it. Liverpool do it. Man City to a lesser degree because they actually win stuff. Yeah, but it's like and then they did it with De Zerbi last season. Everyone's hyped up De Zerbi. Can I just say this? Yeah, right? Everton would be level on points with them if they hadn't been docked. Yeah, but look at the hype that he gets, De Zerbi, and nobody hypes up Sean Dyche.
There'll be a point behind us. They'll be ahead of Chelsea, I think. There'll be a point behind us and they'll be ahead of Chelsea. Everton, mate, bro. Yeah,
and this is the thing, like Brighton are not good. I don't know why anyone thinks they're good. Yeah, how is it good?
They've got a lot of injuries, though. Do you reckon they got a lot of players out? Or is it just the way they're playing?
Recruitment then. Yeah, they've got 400 million quid out of 2 summer windows. Go and spend some of it. Yeah, if you've got a load of players out injured, you ain't recruited properly. Yeah, because otherwise you'd have had to come in, innit? Yeah, so man, what happened to Matoma? Another one that got hyped up by a load of hipsters because he said he studied dribbling at uni. Yeah, how about actually learn how to dribble, mate? Instead of running into players constantly. Like, come on, man. Like, they're rubbish, mate. They are absolutely trash. Yeah, they are trash. But because they've popped a couple of teams off the park in the last 18 months, everyone rates them. They're horrible to watch. Yeah, literally pass, stand on the ball with the goalkeeper, pass, and then they get bopped. Like every week. Look how many goals they have conceded, man.
It goes back to what I always say. People have this under this illusion that if you pass, play nice football, you're apparently wicked. No, you have to get the ball in the back of the net. That's the end result. You have to actually score. I've always said this, but so if you pass, have all this possession, you're automatically a better team. I've never really understood the notion, man. Never. But Lee, there is one player I want to speak on though from you, and I do rate him. Martinelli's probably one of my favorite Arsenal players, but his performances for me, I just think he's another player that I think for the majority of the season, I know he got the winner against City. But I think since that game, I don't watch them as much as you. But since that game, the game that I have watched, I think he's been a bit underwhelming this season, man. I think Martinelli's
been rubbish all season. It's been rubbish all season, bro. Yeah, and the thing is, he's taken way too many touches. Yeah, there was the goalkeeper threw the ball out to him, and he was just on the halfway line. The goalkeeper launched the ball out. Yeah, he's then running in towards the box. He took 12 touches in the box. Yeah, and just running around in circles.
I remember the break. Yeah, I remember the bit you were back.
The ball went all the way back into midfield, all the way back to defence, and back to the goalkeeper. Like, what is going on? Yeah, if that was say Neymar, for example, he's gliding past you and it's a goal. Yeah, Martinelli has taken way too many touches. His first touch this season has dropped off a cliff. Yeah, the amount of times yesterday that all went into him and it bounced off of him, and then that meant they got back. Yeah, whereas if you take a clean first touch, now you're away and you're on a counter. Yeah, and then you're pulling them out of position and they can't get back quick enough. Yeah, but he's been rubbish this season, man. You're not allowed to say that, innit? Because it's Martinelli. Yeah, and you're negative and you've got an agenda and this, that, and the other. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. But listen, that's Arsenal's performances this season ain't been great. Yeah, but the results have got us to the top of the table.
Similar to us. Similar to us.
Yeah, similar to Bayern Munich as well. Yeah, Bayern Munich, they're right up near the top. They then got, and then their performances have been masking how bad they are. Yeah, and then all of a sudden they go and get banged 5-1 by Frankfurt. Yeah, we've all got a result in us like that. Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, maybe not.
Man United, more than you could believe.
All three of our teams have all got that in us because we ain't playing well. Yeah, Man City, but look at Man City the other week. They conceded 4 to Chelsea. Why? Because they haven't been playing well this season. Yeah, Liverpool are going to get a result like that where you can see 4 or 5. We're going to have a result like that, 4 or 5. Yeah, because the performances and the results are 2 different things. Yeah, and eventually it catches up with you. Yeah, but yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. We've got a whole week off now. So no doubt Arteta will be wheeling out the speakers, playing Never Walk Alone at the training ground again like last year, the year before. Get the dog out there, give a bit of moral support and that. Obviously, 29 scored again, so we don't have to pick up the poo this week. Yeah, it's all good, man. That's good. We're top of the league.
Yeah, no, 100%, man.
Be happy. We're
Big
top
up,
of the league.
man.
You know one player I want to big up, right? But you see that boy Declan Rice. I'll be honest. I knew he was good. But I did not believe he was. He did it. There was a movie done, right, where he collects it from his own half. He drops his shoulder, skins the player, and then he skips past a bit. Well, similar to what you wanted Martinelli to do.
People like, Torre, man.
Gets a shot off target. And I'm like, you know what? You're playing at someone that believes is him. You are actually him. That if Arsenal win the league,
since he's been there, man, he's just walked in. He's been like Jude at Madrid. They've walked in. Yeah, I deserve to be here. Yeah, but you know what's funny? Is Eddie Nketiah cost him that goal. Eddie Nketiah did run.
I know Eddie Nketiah, man.
Did run, man.
Killed it.
He should have gone a cross goal, to the front stick, which meant the defender would have gone with him and backs off a tad. And I know he dropped his shoulder and got the shot in anyway. But if Eddie had run a cross goal instead of the back stick, Rice probably scores. Yeah, it was a good save.
Yeah. You know what, Italy? I think if you do win the league, right, because obviously you have a great chance to do it. For me, it's not Saliba, it's not Arteta, it's him. He has been the game changer. If Arsenal win the league, I reckon Declan Rice is the reason why they've done it. And you've even seen last gasp important goals. Luton, where, let's be honest, a lot of people thought that may end the draw. What's the other game he scored last minute? United. Like, he's coming up clutch, do you know what I mean? And I just think, I knew he was good. Like, West Ham winning the European trophy as their captain. But I didn't watch West Ham as much as I watched Arsenal, obviously. But what a player, man. What a player. And I'm seeing it now.
100 goals not being mentioned, is it? That's how good he's been.
Yeah.
Exactly. Other players, listen, shout out to Goonie, but your £100 million players are not playing. You know what I mean? Uncomfortable conversation.
Look at the shameless guy. It's crazy. When he's got Anthony doing up.
Well, we're talking about midfielders, Lee. We're talking about midfielders. Forwards are different. Forwards, we can talk about forwards, but midfielders, listen, man, ain't easy. Enzo Fernandez, you need to rise, my friend. You need to rise. Before we wrap up, I just want to give Aston Villa a mention because someone said Aston Villa needed a mention. But they came up from behind, man, and they won the game. I thought they were going to lose that game until obviously stupidly Ben Mee got sent off and then they won the game. But listen, Unai Emery, man, bro, can they do the unthinkable and carry on this form? Yeah. Or are they going to drop off because of the Conference League? Like, bro,
listen, they got a chance. They're there, man. They're there on merit as well. Yeah, like, it's crazy. Yeah, who knew? Yeah, let me say this as well, right? If they do somehow win the league, which I don't think they will, but if they win the league, Pep, Klopp, and Arteta should all be sacked. They should all be sacked. Yeah, they should all be sacked.
Yeah.
To allow that guy.
But what about Leicester though? Leicester did it. Leicester did it. Remember?
Yeah. If he's come into this league and taken a team from 17th or 18th or whatever to a title inside 18 months, all of our clubs should sack their managers. They should. Yeah, because we've been throwing money. Yeah, Pep's been there 7 years. Yeah, Klopp's been there 6-7 years. Our manager's been there 4 years, and we've all done dough in that time. How can you allow him to walk in the league and then win it? Yeah, he should be sacked. I don't think he will win it, but you never know, man. Yeah. You never know. None of us are looking great.
Bro. Go on.
You know what is with Villa, right? I feel I do think I'm gonna see a big shout here, right? Because people say their squad isn't as big to go all the way, but I actually looked at all of their injuries when they come back. With their strongest 11, they've got Bailey on the bench, Jacob Ramsey on the bench.
Yeah.
They've got, I think if Mings and Connor's back, they'll have Pau Torres, they'll have Diego Carlos, they have Luca Dean, they have Cash, and they've got other fullbacks. They've got that Duran striker as well. They've actually got a squad. People need to stop this lazy notion, but they can't go all the way. If them injuries come back, and we know you get injuries, but if they also have a full squad, they've got quite a big. I forgot Zanodio as well from Roma.
He came in, had an impact. Yeah.
I'm with Lee. I don't think they'll win the league, but I think they get fourth. I'm going to say it from early.
I think they get fourth. You know what I like though? I've spoken about with Lee this couple of times. I like how this manager and the players are not sitting there, going, "Oh no, we're not in a title race," like Newcastle did last year. I'm not flagging Newcastle off, but they did a different approach, and it worked for them because they got top 4. I actually like how Aston Villa are going. You know what? Yes, we are in the title race. It's good, man. Because what happens is, if you say to yourself, you're not in a league, you're not in a league title, you're not in a league title, like Arsenal did last year, then when you actually are in a league title, everyone goes, "Oh shit," and then you bottle it. Whereas I think this as an approach, if we get to say March, right, or even February, March, April, and Aston Villa is still up there, that no one's then going, "Oh, Aston Villa in a title race." It's like, we know.
Yeah. That's true.
December. So I actually think it's the right approach. And like I say, if they don't win it, no one's going to kick off at Aston Villa. The fans aren't going to kick off and say, "Oh, we didn't win it." But it's the right approach. And listen, I'm interested to see what business they do in January now.
Because they spent.
I just checked how much they've spent in the last 2 summers. Yeah, right. They've only done 100 million. Yeah, with the players in and players out. They've recouped. Some good money. Yeah, right. But they've only done 100 million over 2 summers.
That's no money, is it?
Exactly. I mean, we did that on Declan Rice.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they've got money. So if they want to go out and buy some players,
they've got billionaire owners, man. They got billionaire owners, man. You guys don't remember? They got billionaire owners. So they've got money. They've got Monkey as their
do you know what it is?
Football. They got Monkey as director of football as well. Yeah.
People are nitpicking, saying, their away form needs to improve. It's improved now. I think they've picked up 7 in their last 9 points away from home. So that's slowly improving. That's slowly improving because home form, listen, 15 on the trot. No one speaks about their home form, but away form, I think the narrative was start the season. It was a bit up. It was a bit up and down at the start of the season. Now they've got, I think, 7 points in their last 9 away from home. That's picking up now. And like LB said, we did it. I know it's different, but we did it with Leicester. They're not in the towers, not in the towers. Until we got to April and whatnot, and they're still there. And Villa, in my opinion, this Villa team arguably better or on par as compared to that with a better manager. So you know what? Football's a funny game, but with all that being said, I'm with Lee.
You got to have chest, innit? If you think about it, Roms, if you think about it, is it any wonder Arsenal bottled the league last year when you had the manager and the CEO in January saying we're not in a title race?
Don't remind him, man. Don't remind him.
I'm being serious. I'm not even trying to mock it. Is it any wonder? You've been telling all the players, you've been telling all the fans that no, we're not in a title race, not in a title race, and then what? The players are suddenly in a title race and then bottle it because you've been telling them. If you've been saying getting into the players and getting into the fans, that we are going for this league, we are going for it, we want to win it. Maybe they'd be a bit more chest out when they go 2-0 up against West Ham instead of going, "Oh shit, what do we do now?"
Yeah, LB, you're spot on, bro, because I feel like that can transmit into the players. That if your manager believes you're good enough, he's going to be like, "No, you are," and it gives you that belief. So you've got a point on that.
We've got an emotional manager, man. He got booked at the weekend again, 4 times now.
Again. Yeah.
Wait, Lee, why did he get booked? I just see the yellow.
He's funny though.
He does that.
He said in the press conference afterwards, he said, "I was waving at Martinelli." But he's emotional. Our defense was emotional last season. Yeah, like look at Zinchenko crying at Anfield. Their players just losing their heads left, right, and centre. Why? Because the manager's losing his on the touchline every week.
Do you know what I think's funny about Arteta? Like, forget that he's kind of trying to be Pep in the way he plays, but even just his personality now. You know how Pep's very sarcastic and makes jokes. Arteta's trying to just like, bro, stay in your lane. Like, you're not Pep. Like, have your own personality. You know what I mean? He's trying to just copy everything. Is that
when he got asked after the Villa game last week about the Havertz goal? I said his name. I need a sip. He went clear and obvious, guys. Yeah, because the goal got disallowed, didn't it? And they said, "Can you elaborate?" He went clear and obvious, guys. Yeah, he was basically saying that it weren't clear. It was just mugging them off. But Yeah, sometimes it's
Nah,
funny.
funny,
Sometimes
man.
he's just waffling.
Nah, 100%. 100%,
Yeah, listen,
man.
if Aston
But
Villa
listen,
win the league, Emi Martinez,
nah.
baby. Hey, that goalkeeper's
World
quality.
Cup winner and thinking in the same within 18 months. That's crazy.
Like,
Premier
I'll
League
tell you,
winner and a World Cup winner.
It's a year ago today. It's a year ago today.
Year ago today. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, a year ago today.
Time flies.
Best final ever. Yeah, but listen, I'm gonna wrap it up anyway, Lee. Big up to everybody who's been here, man. Can we not get some more likes on the video? That would be great, man. We're giving you overtime on the show. We're currently on 555 likes, 1.2k in here. So there should be more likes, people. So if you haven't liked the video already, thumbs up button. Big up to again, Learning for the memberships. Someone say don't end it. Listen, I've got to go, man. I've got appointments. So I'm sorry, mate. We've been out for overtime, man. But big up to everybody who's here. LB's got Club World Cup watch along coming up soon. I mean, listen, I hope you don't win that, man, because I feel like that's what you won the Champions League, but Club World Cup champions, nah, man. We don't want that to happen.
City always have that catalyst. Last year it was the charge they went on around. Imagine if they would pick up a bit of silverware. KDB comes like that. Let's go for it now. Yeah, just try to write them off. Try to write them off, man. They're still my favourites, to be fair.
But yeah, man. Big up to LB. Love for coming on as usual, man.
Big up, bro. Big up, man. Yeah, I got the watch along coming up at 6 o'clock. Al Ali, Egypt. Apparently, like they're a massive club over down in Africa, and they're playing Fluminense. So we played a winner or the loser on Friday. Plus that Andre, a couple of our clubs have been linked with Andre Fluminense.
So he's
going to be playing as well. So let's check him out. But yeah, man, big up for the show. Good show as always. Big up the panel. Big up the chat. Smash the likes. Let's get it, man.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. Roms, a pleasure as always, man. Big up to you always, man.
Big up the panel, big up people inside. And yeah, man, thanks for having me. And listen, if you're in the UK, start wrapping up, man. I don't know about Manny side and LB, but it's cold. It's -2 at the moment. Leading Sunny's face. So he's not
-2.
Yeah, where I'm right now, it's -2. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Where are you? Because it's 13 degrees in Manchester. Where are you,
what
mate?
are you saying, bro?
But it's
It's
13.
cold in the north. 13 degrees. Where?
I'm sorry. I'm going confused. I'm sorry. I didn't know. It was Fahrenheit. I'm going sorry. That was the Howland. But it's cold. It's cold. Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah. The north. Yeah. If you get 13 degrees in the north, that is summer. That is summertime, is it? So the UK, you get above 10 degrees in the north, mate. You're absolutely.
Ron, what are you doing with Fahrenheit? Why are you wearing Fahrenheit?
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you checking that?
Bro,
I
feel like I'm back in New York.
Something else, and I just saw the number and I went with the number. Sorry, that my bad. But no, end of the day, the point is it's cold. Wrap up, innit? It's proper cold.
Yeah. 100%. Lee don't have that situation. Lee, tell us, man. What's over there?
Blue skies, pure sunshine.
He's in the mud, man.
I'm in the mud, mate.
He's in the mud. And also 90k for Lee Gunner, man. So everybody give a round of applause to Lee Gunner. 90k.
Come on, big up to everyone who subbed to me. It's toxic and
I thought
negative.
you were a rubbish YouTuber. Yeah, I thought you were a rubbish YouTuber. I thought you're a failed YouTuber. What's going on?
It's what it is, isn't it? I profit off of Arsenal winning yesterday and then profited off of Real Madrid winning on my second channel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, by the way,
yeah, I mean,
everybody who subbed to Lee Reacts, I'm doing a Girona versus Alaves watch along tonight.
Oh, Girona could go top and be 9 points clear of Barcelona. Oh
Jeez.
my God.
They are
El Sapo en la basura. Yeah, the toad. He looks like a toad. El Sapo in the bin, mate. In the bin. Yeah, Xavi in the bin again, bro. That Valencia goal, quality as well. But yeah, man. Come check out. Big up for having me on, Saeed. Big up to LB Roms, the chat. And I'm going to do a video with Lewis. Then I've got a podcast coming up. I'm going to be live on my other channel. And then I'm on with Henry. Then I'm back live with a watch along. I hate Monday.
Busy day. Yeah, Monday. No, yes, people say, "Oh, YouTubers don't work hard." Well, Lee Gunner will tell you otherwise, man. You know what I'm saying? So
I worked 2 hours a day in my previous job, mate.
Yeah. The rest of them feet up. That's how good salesman you were, man. But listen, I'll be live at 5 o'clock. I'm also live with Rants as well at 3. I think we are live. So make sure you tune in for that one. And also 5 o'clock Straight Jacket podcast with Nuruddin. I'll see you there, guys. Take care. Bye.